Welcome to 100 Yards Football. Today is our NFL Draft Prospect Special 2023. It's Jalen Carter out of the University of Georgia. Go Dogs. So if you like the video today, please come in and share it. I surely appreciate it. Here at 100 Yards Football, I'm your host, Vincent Turner. Special thanks to the team of 100 Yards of Football. Today, to Mr. Jeremiah Long, my producer that's making it happen at a high level today. To my business partner, Mr. Ronnie Keebler, Brooklyn, New York. To the NFL guy with the draft coming up on Thursday, 1981, 25th selection overall by the Atlanta Falcons out of Florida State University, Mr. Bobby Butler. To our other producer that helps me out through the week, Mr. Logan Landis, thank you. And of course, to Mark Denham, a.k.a. Mark Bass. We are 100 Yards of Football. So let's talk about the prospect today on the screen, Jalen Carter out of the University of Georgia. One thing about this young man, when you look at him, he's a football player. Out of the same high school as Warren Sapp, defensive tackle from the University of Miami, down there in the Orlando area. But one thing about Jalen Carter that I'm going to still say, when you look at this draft, he's still, to me, the best player pound for pound. Think about this from last year. 2022, Georgia had 3 first-round draft picks. Devontae Wyatt, Jordan Davis, Trayvon Walker. And this young man was still the best D lineman on the team. Then coming into this season, it's no question about it. I know he's came under a lot of scrutiny over the last 2 weeks. Of course, the car accident back in January. And then I never heard this, but I hear other NFL pundits say he takes plays off. Then the Todd McShay, yeah, I'm putting you out there. You saying during the season character issues. Well, all I know is this right here. Regardless, go back to the Tennessee game. Biggest game on the slate. Tennessee came in number 1 here, a few months ago in November over in Athens. And what happened? Jalen Carter by far made game-changing plays from the D-line position, and he was the best player on the field. Then the SEC championship game against LSU made some game-saving plays, the best player on the field. So I just don't get it when people are coming out of the woodwork saying he was taking plays off. And these was very credible people covering the NFL draft. And of course, the young man made a very, very maybe mistake. What happened back in January with people getting killed in a car accident. A lot of people saying that he might have been involved with actually drag racing. But you know what? He's only 22 years old. And we all make mistakes out here. But when you look at the skill set, you look what he can do is changing the team from a defensive standpoint. His skill set is unbelievable. First step quickness, A+. Pure power, A+. Shock in his hands, the punch, A+. Redirect and chase down players. His pursuit is outstanding. See, I can understand what people are saying that he takes plays off. Then hard to block, man to man, very rare. And then when you look at it, most of all, game wrecking ability, A+ at a high level. And when you look at all the other great defensive tackles that came through college football, remember, I went to the University of Arkansas, and I saw one do it the best. And he got drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers named Gabriel Rivera. If he wouldn't have been in that car wreck when he was in his first year with the Steelers, he would have been an outstanding football player for the Steelers in the Hall of Fame. Then I remember watching TV Thanksgiving Day, 1971, Nebraska and Oklahoma. Rich Glover, nose tackle for Nebraska, 21 tackles. Game wrecking ability. Then I think about Reggie White when he was at the University of Tennessee in 1983, game wrecking ability. Then I think about Dan Hampton. When I was a freshman in 1978, former Chicago Bear, how he was a game wrecker up there at the University of Arkansas. Go Hogs. Then I think about when I was 12 years old, Tennessee State came down to Memphis, played a game, and I saw Ed Too Tall Jones. Remember him, Dallas Cowboy, game wrecking ability. And then Steve Etman at the University of Washington was a first-round selection the following year in the 1992 draft. Look what he did with the Washington Huskies up there. Game wrecking ability. This young man, make no bones, and I know he didn't have an outstanding pro day. A lot of people want to hold that against him because he was overweight. Look what he was going through. But whoever drafts this young man, you're gonna be very, very thankful. at drafting Jalen Carter. 6'3", 315 pounds. Only played in 38 games, 83 tackles, 18.5 tackles for his career. 38 games, 83 tackles, 18 tackles behind the line of scrimmage. That's pretty good coming from the D tackle position when you are double teamed. Then think about the 6 sacks he had. This was an outstanding football player, man. Best player in the draft, pound for pound. And if you draft Jalen Carter, your D-line is going to be changed forever. I know the young man has had some issues. I know the young man's been under a lot of scrutiny. But when you look at all the great offensive, defensive tackles that came out of college football, Bob Lilly, TCU, Marilyn Olsen, Utah State, Buck Buchanan, Grambling, Joe Mean Green, North Texas State. Help me out here, Jesus. Cortez Kennedy, Miami. Russell Maryland at Miami. Jerome Brown at Miami. Steve Edmond at Washington. Rich Glover in Nebraska. Gabriel Rivera at Texas Tech. This young man is going to be an outstanding football player at the next level. And all you naysayers, please, please, I know you get paid. That's what you do. But remember this. Go back to the Tennessee game of November of 2022. So everybody want to talk about him. Everybody want to say this bad about him. But go look at the Tennessee game. When Tennessee came in ranked number 1 with Hendon Hooker. And Georgia was ranked number 2. And after the game, Jalen Carter was the best player on the team, on the field, from the defensive line position. Go look at the film. If you like the video today, please come in and share it. I surely appreciate it here at 100 Yards of Football. Special thanks once again to my producer, Mr. Jeremiah Long, for making it happen today here on 100 Yards of Football. Special thanks to Mr. Ronnie Keebler, Brooklyn, New York. Special thanks to Bobby Butler, first-round draft pick, 1981 draft out of the Florida State University, Atlanta Falcons. Thank you to the young man from Lufkin, Texas, Mr. Mark Bass, a.k.a. Mark Denham. And then the youngest member of 100 Yards Football, we call him Babyface, Mr. Logan Landers, Douglasville, Jalen Carter for over the last few weeks. So there was a song by The Undisputed Truth. Smiling faces, smiling faces, smiling faces, pretend to be your friend. Can you dig it? Smiling faces, smiling faces. They say they show no traces. They lurks within. They pat you on the back. Can you dig it? So you keep smiling in Jalen Carter's face, and you keep talking about him. About 8 years from down the road, when he's an all-pro, and they start talking about Hall of Fame. Think about that song, Undisputed Truth. Smiling faces, sometimes. Beware of the pat on your back. Jealousy, envy, smiling faces. Thank you for watching us here today on 100 Yards of Football. I'm Vincent Turner. Have an outstanding, blessed week.